I like to come here once in a while to get an update on the politics world. What have I essentially missed? Because you're talking about midterms. That stuff is way above my pay grade. You mentioned people I don't even know exist. So what have I missed?
So the midterms are happening.
Yeah.
Right?
Which are what for the uninitiated?
Every 2 years, you have congressional representatives in the House of Representatives and some people in the Senate come to the end of their term. Okay? Because they have, in the Senate, they have a certain timeline, certain years, a certain amount of years that they have, that they're in office. And in the House of Representatives every 2 years.
Hasn't people like Mitch McConnell been there for like 85 years?
Yes.
So how's that a thing?
So so Senate term's 6 years. So he's done it for consecutive terms. Jake Tapper mentioned you just now. Oh no. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Speaking of which, by the way, Mitch McConnell might be brain dead.
What?
Yeah.
Is that news?
Yeah, that's new information.
I thought he was already kind of getting by.
Yeah, he was barely holding it together. He's no longer holding it together. He had a cardiac arrest, where they had to try and resuscitate him, and they shipped him to the hospital. But we don't actually know what his conditions are currently. But the speculation is that he is brain dead, at least.
How old is he?
If not dead. How old is he? I think he's 85.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
So doing what you do specifically, you're a young man. And doing what these other guys do, like the political stuff, it is serious stuff. It takes a lot of effort and brain power, and it's kind of stressful. Why would you want to do that at 85? Why not just go hang out on the beach somewhere?
Mitch McConnell's job is not as stressful as mine.
Is not?
No, fuck no. Being a senator is very different than...
Really? Don't they have to know what's going on?
Senators have a much easier job than most human beings.
Really?
Yes.
What do they do then?
Yes, because okay, so... This is part of the here's part of the problem. Like, this actually is at the heart of a lot of controversy right now. A lot of the political battles that we're fighting is that when you actually get into Senate, you hire a team of people, you hire staffers around you.
Right.
But even more importantly than that, you sit there and you basically have lobbyists come to your office and say, "Hey, we are, we're with the oil and gas lobby,
sure.
Right? We want a new bill that will allow us ease of access. Like, we want a new oil pipeline to open up, Exxon Valdez, whatever, something like that. And we'll write the bill for you. We'll write the legislation for you. All you need to do is introduce it. And you can put your name on it, and you can introduce it. And if you do that, next time you run, we'll give you, we'll open up our coffers for you. We'll give you like tens of millions of dollars in super PAC money." Confused.
Why would a company write a bill?
What do you mean? That's all they do. Companies hire lobbyists to write bills that lobbyists will then take to senators, who will then introduce the bill as though it's their own, as though they wrote it themselves.
Okay, I don't want to sound like
everyone knows that this is the case.
That doesn't sound like that's legit. That seems like that shouldn't happen. Am I an idiot?
I wouldn't say you're an idiot, but I think like most people have the exact same approach that you do when they hear about it. And they're like, that sounds unbelievable. That shouldn't happen. Let me ask you a question. Let's say I had $1 trillion.
I think every Thursday, women shouldn't be allowed to wear socks. And I introduced that bill. And then I pay them.
Yeah, that would be tough to get across.
But doesn't that seem like kind of like a bribe?
That is a bribe. That's what it is. It's legalized bribery. Yeah.
What the hell?
So Citizens United was a Supreme Court decision that decided that corporations have the same like speech powers as people, as human beings. And therefore, they should be able to exercise their First Amendment rights by being able to, and money is speech. They can exercise their First Amendment rights by giving money to super PACs that can then give money, or that can buy ads for different campaigns. Now, there were some restrictions in the past on this. There was this like red line that a super PAC that can get unlimited unlimited donations, and also hide who they're getting their donations from, could then set up and say, we are the Friends of the Oil Industry PAC, right? And we love Mitch McConnell. and they could turn around and spend $10 million, $20 million on a race and basically eviscerate the competition.
Got it.
Right? They could just, because if you're in like 96% of races, the side that has more money, the side that spends more money on ads wins.
Okay.
Would you be shocked if I were to tell you that now the Supreme Court in this last cycle, only a week ago, decided that corporations, by way of their super PACs, can directly coordinate with campaigns as well? Because it turns out that was also a significant violation of their First Amendment rights. Corporations are not only people, but people with a lot of money, unlimited money, but they're also people that can now directly coordinate with the campaigns as well.
So they took two Band-Aids off.
This limitation was already marginal, right? There's a concept called red boxing. So campaigns would basically put a red box around what their priority targets were for ad campaigns. Like if they wanted to, highlight the weaknesses of a certain opponent, for example, it was a loophole. They would just write on their, they would basically put on their campaign website a sequence of demands that they were just simply putting out there about their opposition or out there about on their media page. They were basically putting out what they wanted to highlight about their candidacy. This would be a loophole that overcame this like direct contact rule anyway.
Yeah.
But now the Supreme Court has decided you don't even need to do that. You could just directly coordinate with the campaigns. All right, let's get back to the video.
This sounds like the biggest form of brigading.
Yes, but this time it's something more powerful than brigading and botting. It's money. And money is the most powerful motivator for everyone. How would you bribe a politician? You wanted them to have sockless Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Or Thursdays. I apologize.
We do Fridays.
Sockless Fridays.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what you would do to bribe a politician.
Well, if that's what I wanted.
Okay.
Let's say like I had a nail polish company. That's how I made my billions.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone wanted, they want to have their feet out. So they want to make it look good.
Yeah.
Pay for nail polish.
Okay. I thought you were going somewhere pervy with that. It turns out you had a financial acumen behind this.
You said
decision.
It's all about the money. That's where I've been.
Okay.
I'm down a lot of money after
maybe
divorce.
Maybe it's a twofer where like they're also, Dogs Out Friday. You get to see the dogs and you get to make money on
I'm
the
a little
side.
bit different. I only see Catchy's feet now. There's no other.
Okay.
I am like this.
Okay, that's good.
You know
to
Catchy, right? You seen her?
Yes. So you as an individual can only donate $3,500 now.
Right.
And you can do that for the primary. You can do that for general. So the technical max out is $7,000.
Okay.
I have done so for many candidates around the country. But that's the limit.
But you can go to the super PACs.
But if I were to go to a super PAC, for example, I could give unlimited amounts of money to a campaign. And not only that, but also I could personally even like hide that I was doing this. And many people do. It's much more difficult to figure out who is giving money to certain super PACs. Some super PACs don't, like dark money. Super PACs refuse to disclose and don't have the duty to disclose who's giving them money. You can be an anonymous donor.
My question is, okay, let's say you give the money to the super PACs, right? And you expect a favor later. How do you guarantee you even get that favor?
Because, once again, money talks. There has been really funny moments, though. There are some Democratic politicians that have actually received money from AIPAC and AIPAC shell corporations. AIPAC is the American Israel PAC. That is the Israel, like the famous Israel lobby. Yeah. And they have actually received a lot of money from their shell corporations like UDP, United Democracy. What is it? UDP is the United Democracy Project.
Okay.
Sounds great, right? United Democracy Project. Who doesn't like democracy that is united? Well, it turns out, wrong. That's actually an Israel shell corporation. It's a way to funnel funds from pro-Israel donors to candidates without having it be known as an Israeli foreign lobby organization.
What does it do on its day-to-day? It's a money funnel? Do they do stuff?
Yeah, it's a way to connect big donors without any impediment with candidates.
And you said
candidates that will then deny the wishes of the majority. If the majority of the public is saying like Israel has done a genocide, Israel's an apartheid state, we should stop giving them weapons. They're using those weapons. We should stop spending tax dollars and arm shipments to this country that's like murdering children with it. We should spend that money here on U.S. soil fixing the fucking potholes, right? Like that's what you would think.
Right.
Well, politicians are less responsive to those demands when they know that their reelection chances are coming from money that is pro-Israel money.
Man, dude, this sounds like an absolute clusterfuck.
Yeah, this is at the heart of why
you cover this stuff every day, all day.
I do. Yeah,
it doesn't wear you down. You don't get like tired, like damn, this is a big ass hole.
No, I mean someone's got to do it.
Like I saw this thing about Trump talking about soccer, and he like messaged FIFA about the
Balogun is a striker for the American team. He got a red card in the game, in the previous game.
Yeah, I saw that
because he stepped on a dude's ankle.
Yeah,
and then in the VAR in slow motion, they looked at it and they were like, "That's definitely a red card. That's like red card worthy." And obviously, everyone was like, "Fuck that. That's bullshit." And then Donald Trump called the FIFA president Infantino, who's a very corrupt guy, famously a very corrupt guy.
Okay.
And he said, you know, what's going on there? Because when you get a red card, you don't just get ejected from the game. You get suspended from the next game.
Huh.
So basically, they didn't suspend. They didn't like take away the suspension. They pushed it back 1 year. So they didn't even go back on the decision to say like, oh, this decision was wrong. They found a loophole. They found a loophole to basically say, yeah, we'll just suspend him a year from now.
And is that because Trump called him? Because I saw him talking about this conversation, and I don't know if it was AI or not, but he actually did call them.
He did, yeah.
Wow.
No, he openly admitted to it.
I thought they weren't supposed to talk to the countries and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's Trump. He does whatever the fuck he wants. He's corruption maxing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's
just how it is. So that's what it is. It's just pure corruption. If you're ever wondering like why won't politicians like advocate why won't politicians advocate for good things? Like things that would be beneficial for a lot of people, things that like seemingly there's a lot of appetite for. Well, that's because the corporation is out there making money, and they're giving some of the money that they make back to the politicians to make sure that they put the interest of the corporation over the interest of the people.
That's why we don't have really good public transport here because of the car lobbies.
That's a big part of it. Yeah. Speaking of corporations, 5 super PACs have spent a combined $32 million to back Haley Stevens, who is now the opposition to Abdullah Syed, your mom's and my preferred candidate.
Michigan?
This is in Michigan. This is for the Senate run. There's
$32 million to back someone else.
$32 million have been deployed in Haley Stevens' direction, including 2 of the groups that are tied to AIPAC. And this is in a primary. This is like historic amounts of money being spent. Like to juxtapose that with the UK Conservative Party, in the entire year of 2024 in the general election, the UK Conservative Party spent $31 million. So this is just one primary out of 50 likely seats. Okay, one fucking primary.
So this 32 million goes
or
in
100
goes in like ads, like ad campaigns and stuff, like the ones you see on TV. Is that where that money goes?
Yeah. They will buy ads. One of them was actually attacking Abdul, calling him a sexist. Their AIPAC, the Israel lobby, obviously doesn't want to run ads being like, we're the Israel lobby. This candidate really loves Israel. This candidate doesn't. You should vote for the candidate that loves Israel. Because everybody is like, why the fuck would I care about this?
Wait, what does Israel have to do with Michigan?
Great question. Great question.